Have you ever had a day where everything that you thought was going to happen turned out to be totally different? Today was one of those days. The plan was to go with my mom to welcome my two nephews into our family legally through the beauty of adoption. My morning started with my son being very anxious about going on a field trip without us. And he didn't want to go. And we prayed and we talked through it, and he went and he ended up having a blast. So our trip to Alabama started with a COVID scare. And so we prayed, and with the help of a test and some very sweet friends, it all worked out, and then we were on the road. We immediately got caught in traffic from a wreck. And we started thanking God for his protection of causing our trip to delay so that we weren't involved in that. And we decided to go to some back roads so that we can skip all the traffic, just to end up in more traffic from a construction zone. And so it took us an hour to get 10 minutes. Then we get a message that my sister-in-law's water has possibly broken and they're headed to the hospital. Well, we were expecting to welcome officially two nephews, but the baby wasn't due for a couple more weeks. We're hours away. I mean, what can we do? So we prayed. Then we get the call that they're heading in for a C-section. And so we start our prayers all over again. But we're still hours away. And even if we were there with COVID restrictions, there's no way that we could even go into the hospital. So we pray and we drive. Then comes a message with a picture of our newest member in our family. So we send back messages. How is the mom? How is the baby? Is everybody healthy? But we get no response. And so the worry starts to set in, and we begin to pray all over again. We pray and we drive. We're still hours away. So we continue to drive, and finally we get a message saying that mom and baby are both healthy and doing great. And now the court hearing that was scheduled for tomorrow is actually going to be over Zoom, and we're going to be in several different places doing it. It all worked out. Not the way that we thought it was supposed to, but the way God intended it to. Our days are full of ups and downs, worries and concerns, frustrations and excitements. Everything is consistently inconsistent. Psalm 46:1 says, God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in times of trouble. We can't stop the ups and downs from coming, but we can rely on God to be our ever-present help in those times of distress.